Now then, welcome to the channel, the Lake District and Glenridding. And today the plan is to go up Greenside Road, which we're on now, up to the youth hostel, and then from the youth hostel we're going to climb up the steep path through the old quarries and up to Sticks Pass, and from Sticks Pass over Rays, Whiteside, Lower Man, and then down Swirral Edge to Catstye Cam, and then we're going to see what the northwest ridge of Catstye Cam is like for coming down. So let's have a quick look at the route. So although the original intention isn't actually to go up to Helvellyn, I think we might do, just to get it ticked off for Charlie, and then that'll take him up to 199 Wainwrights, and then 200th hopefully will be Heart of Fell next week, and then for Eastern Fells he's only got these two up here left to do then. Glenridding Dod and Sheffield Pike. Right, so we'll carry on up Greenside Road. So that footbridge you can see down there, that'll be our return route. We branch off the road just down here and over that footbridge back through the fields back into Glenridding. So I just said that footbridge down there was our return route. No, it's not. We're coming back right down the other side of the valley from the old quarry workings up here. Trained navigator in action again. It's a bit busy up here. I presume it's people coming and going to and from the youth hostel. And the forecast here, look, it's going to be a bit hit and miss, I think. It's certainly going to be a bit breezy on the tops, but we might get views. I think the cloud's going to come and go throughout the day, so we might be lucky. I think it'll be busy. Car park down in Glenridding was getting busy, so it was only 9 o'clock when we got there. So yeah, I think there'll be a few people on top of Helvellyn anyway. Never mind. We'll have a nice day, won't we? So we're now in the area of the Greenside mines, and the direct route to Helvellyn, Hutton Dread Tarn, goes up that way. We're going up this way, that path there up to Sticks Pass and Whiteside, and it gets a bit steep up here. So jacket might have to come off. Right, up we go. And that's looking back down where we've just come up. Greenside Road down this side here, and our return route is going to be along this path there. Right, so we kind of head on to the left of that gill. So yeah, it gets a bit on the steep side going up here. Right, so we've arrived at this fork in the pass where that way takes you directly up to Helvellyn, and this way up to Sticks Pass, which is the way we're going. And last time we were here we went straight up that way, straight up to Whiteside, I think it was. Did we do Rays? I can't remember if we did Rays, but It was the day of the Helvellyn triathlon. Oh, I don't know. I was inquiring about what it entailed, and they do. I think it was a 2-kilometre swim in Ullswater and a 50k bike ride, which includes the struggle up to Kirkstone Inn, and then the run comes over Helvellyn and down this way. Oh, they must be fit. I don't know if he still does or which one it was, but it's one of the Brownlee brothers, either used to or still does hold the record for it. Nothing so ridiculous as that for us. We're just going to plod our way up here. Excellent. So that's looking at our return route, and we're intending to come down that ridge from Catstye Cam. Now, I don't know. It looks a bit steep for coming down. I've seen people going up that way. I've not seen anybody coming down, so we'll have a look when we get to the top. We can always drop down to Red Tarn and then along this path here if we don't fancy it. Right, so onwards we go up here. So we're zigzagging our way up this path. It's not too bad at all. It's nice and quiet, and it's a great view looking back towards Glenridding and Ullswater. There's a couple coming up down there. They're well behind us there. Most of the people have just gone straight up the direct route. Yeah, very pleasant. That's a good view looking down Glenridding Beck. And you can see our intended return route is the lower of these two paths here, which we'll have crossed over at that footbridge there. And we're coming down the right hand side of the Beck here. That is if we come down, that's if we come down the northwest ridge of Catstye Cam. We'll see what it's like when we go up there. If it looks a bit dodgy for coming down, we'll go down to Red Tarn and down this path. We're up the little steep bit there. Actually wasn't too bad. That the path zigzags its way sort of nicely up the hillside. And we're in this flattish, almost moonscape kind of landscape here now. An area of extensive quarrying. And now that way you can go off up to Sheffield Pike, Glenridding Dodd. And this way, the way we're going, up Sticks Pass. And in front of us over that side is Greenside. So yeah, up Sticks Pass. So you can see behind us there, that's the path that goes on up to Sheffield Pike. But our route takes us that way, up Sticks Pass And from here, that way to the top of Sticks Pass is new territory for me. I've been up that way to Sheffield Pike, where I nearly walked straight off the end of Heron Pike. I didn't see about that far. So yeah, new path for me, this side of Sticks Pass. I've come up the other side, but I've never been up this way before. And I'm surprised how quiet it is really. It's the final Sunday of the Easter school holidays, and there's nobody here. They'll all have gone straight up Helvellyn from Glenridding. And yeah, nice quiet route for us. On we go. So we're almost at the top of Sticks Pass, and we're going to turn left and go up Rays. You can see the ski tow there, you make it out on it. And then looking back behind us, that's over to Sheffield Pike, Place Fell, and then the bottom end of the High Street Ridge. And I don't know what to do. We stopped for coffee and a chew, and it clouded over and got a bit chilly, so put the coat back on. Climbing up here again, the sun's come out. Getting a bit of a sweat on again. I think it's going to get windy though once we get to the top of the pass. Right, up we go. So we're at the top of Sticks Pass, and behind me that way is up to Stuybarrow Dodd. We're going this way up to Rays. When I said earlier that I didn't think I'd been up that bit of Sticks Pass before, well no, I've not been up it, but thinking about it, I must have gone down that way when I said earlier it was the Glenridding triathlon. We did Whiteside and Rays, and we must have gone down that way. There's no other way we could have done it. So I have been on that path before, but down it, not up it. And it was a grim day. We were clagged in. Right, onwards up to Rays. So we're not far from the top of Rays now. That's looking down over Ullswater, and Greenside and Stuybarrow Dodd, and then if I keep the camera still in the wind, you can just see Glencathra sticking up, and there's Skidder, and then a bit of Bassenthwaite and Coaldale Fells. In the middle, that'll be Bleabury Fell and High Seat, I think. Other week we were just further to the left of them on High Cove. Right, so onwards up here to Rays. Well, that's us over Rays. I've not done much filming, it's blowing a hoolie up here. But oh, we've got great views. I think you can see up there, look, that's pretty much the rest of our route. And looking over to that northwest ridge of Catstye Cam there does seem to be quite a discernible path coming down just off the ridge, so that should be alright coming down there, I think. So I'll just put you on other camera, see if I can show you where we're going next. So we're going up here to Lower Man there, and then across that's the start of Swirral Edge. We might as well just go up to the summit of Helvellyn, come back to Swirral Edge, down Swirral Edge, and then Catstye Cam there, and then down this northwest flank of Catstye Cam. So yeah, I think that should be alright. Oh, windy. Right, on we go. Oh, we've just come over Lower Man. I can't do any filming at all, it's far too windy. So we're going to make our way up to Helvellyn and then down Swirral Edge. I don't think I'm going to do that northwest ridge down Catstye Cam, not in this wind. We'll go down to Red Tarn and pick up the main path from Red Tarn. Right, so we'll make our way up to Helvellyn. Right, so that's Helvellyn done. And although it's windy, I mean, look at the views down there to Ullswater. Right, so we've got to make our way down Swirral Edge now, and I think I might have to put you away for that. I might need my hands. I've been down there before with my last dog. Right, so we'll see what Swirral Edge is like. So we're making our way down Swirral Edge, and it's not that windy coming down here neither, really. Yeah, it's not bad at all, actually. I still don't think we'll do the northwest ridge of Catstye Cam though. We'll get to the top and then retrace our steps back to the path that goes down to Red Tarn, I think. But there's no wind at all here now. Right, hang on, Charlie's come to a standstill. Right, down we go. So that's the worst bit of Swirral Edge done, which you can see behind me there. It's not too difficult coming down there at all. I just followed Charlie. He picks the best route. Right, so now it's pleasant now, out with that wind. So I think we might have lunch somewhere here before we get up to Catstye Cam. Or if we're going down to Red Tarn, we might do Catstye Cam, get down to Red Tarn and have lunch there. Ooh, wind's picking up again. Right, on we go. So here we are on Catstye Cam, and its wind's picked up again. I've just had a look down this northwest ridge and it don't look too bad actually, so we're going to have some lunch here I think, and then we'll get down there. Right, we'll see you in a bit. Well, that's us just about down the northwest ridge from Catstye Cam, and it was interesting. It was a bit, it was loose and steep all the way down, but it was manageable. But then that last little section here, that was the worst bit of it. But no, with care perfectly manageable. Watch where you're putting your feet, and there's plenty of handholds as well, but the worst thing about it is it's all just loose. Right, so I'm glad we did it. I'm glad I didn't bottle out and come down an easy way. Where would be the fun in that, eh? Right, so there's this dam thing down here. I think it's got a fence on it, so do not enter unstable structure or something like that. We're going across it. Right, see you down there. Ah, well, we've just come across that. Look, there's a great big hole in the bottom of it. So yeah, if you come this way, heed the signs and keep off. Don't be ridiculous like we were. That's a great view, looking back up to the top of Swirral Edge there, Lower Man. We've been all around the head of that valley. Right, so it's just a nice little amble back for us now. So we've joined back up with the main path that goes from the mines there up to Helvellyn via Whiteside, and it's a great view looking down the valley up to Sheffield Pike. And it's been a good day apart from that blooming wind on the tops. Couldn't do any filming for ages because it's still a bit breezy down here from time to time as well. Right, plod our way along here. So we've crossed the stream now and we're opposite the way we went up this morning up there, look. So we're on the final stretch now. Coming across that footbridge there. There's an idiot stood right in the middle of it. Well, he was just about to get onto the bridge with his dog. Put it on a lead. Now I'm older Charlie. And he's just stood there, blocking the whole. I said, "Are you coming this way?" He says, in a bit. And he didn't walk backwards to give room for me and Charlie to get through or out like that. Some people, they're just bloody ignorant, aren't they? Right. Almost back to the car now. Well, we've about a mile to go, so I'm going to sign off. It's been a mixed day, really. It's a shame about the wind on the tops. I couldn't really show you the views. Well, I couldn't do much filming at all on tops with the wind, but we have had good views. It was interesting coming over Swirral Edge and down the northwest ridge of Catstye Cam. The latter there, I mean, there was a good path coming down, but it was loose, and then the bottom section was really tricky at the bottom. So now if you're going to try something like that, you might be better off, like I say, going from Catstye Cam down to Red Tarn. Then you pick the track up on this side of the stream coming down from Red Tarn, so that might be a better way to go if you fancy doing something like this. And then obviously Swirral Edge, it's alright. Right, so yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do the usual, the liking, subscribing, ringing the notification bell, commenting, sharing, all the usual malarkey, and hopefully see you on the next one. Tra!